new babe.
So what's good, TMG fam? It's your boy L, and I'm back with another reaction. How y'all feel? Welcome back to the channel. Salute. So check this out, right? I used to be the type of person that laughed at those catfish stories. Shoot, it was even a TV show, the whole catfish theme around this TV show. I forgot what channel it came on, but anyway, man, it used to be just crazy. But this stuff has progressively just gotten worse and insane, bro, to the point to where it's out of control now. You got to be very cautious. You almost got to do a background check on a person when you meet them. Like literally, like, all right, you meet a person, you say, all right, put your fingerprints on here. All right, roll your hand, give me the whole fingerprint. Let me make sure I got you. All right, we can date after this comes back. You know what I'm saying? Because it's getting to the point where it's that crazy. Now, let me ask y'all, are y'all familiar with the story that happened earlier this month with the football player from Virginia Tech, I want to say it was? Virginia Tech. He uses the Tinder app, goes on a Tinder date, meets this person whom he thinks is a woman. Turns out to be a man. It's not a woman. They meet, they do whatever, and he doesn't find out until I think it's the next time they meet again that that person is in fact a man. And then he goes off and beats the person up to the point to where he kills that person. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's getting to that point. It's not getting to that point. It's at that point. Now, it's scary, bro. I feel for people's lives. Y'all just be careful out here, man. Be careful, because people are not who they seem to be these days, man. You know what I mean? So I know I was joking about, but you might want to get you a little, I don't know, these iPhones are so smart these days, bro. You might be able to find an app to where you can get somebody. You be like, hold on, touch my iPhone, put your fingerprint on here. All right? Now we can date when this comes back and says you are legitimately who you say you are, because I don't trust you these days. For real, bro. Is that crazy? This video right here is 5 dark and twisted catfish stories. All right? If you're new to the channel, hit the subscribe button, join the fam, run the likes up. Let's try to get 20,000 likes, bro. All right? Let's go.
Catfishing is the act of online deception whereby the deceiver invents and assumes a fake online identity in order to lure the interaction and attention of unsuspecting internet users. This nefarious activity can be motivated by love, revenge, jealousy, or, as this video explores, for many other reasons. Today, Fact Faction looks at 5 of the darkest and twisted catfish stories. In 2012, when a CIA agent became involved in an online feud marked by jealousy and lust, things were about to take a strange and brutal twist. 30-year-old Janelle Potter, who lived with her parents, led a sheltered and lonely existence, and due to health conditions was unable to lead a normal life for a woman of her age. She did have a boyfriend, but she was forced to keep this relationship a secret from her overbearing parents. To compensate for this, Janelle lived much of her life through social media, where anonymous trolls insulted, belittled, and even threatened to rape and assault her. Janelle suspected that these anonymous messages were being sent by 2 of her former Facebook friends, young couple Billy Payne and Billie Jean Hayworth. This Facebook feud, which had been a long-term affair, began when Hayworth suspected that Janelle was attracted to her boyfriend Payne. At this point, a CIA agent who communicated online simply by the name of Chris became involved. He claimed that he was determined to help Janelle and kept in regular contact with her and her overprotective parents. Chris knew a great deal about the personal lives of all 3 and seemed very aware of details which proved his involvement in the feud. In some of his emails, Chris insisted that Payne and Hayworth, whom he had allegedly been monitoring, were attempting to kill Janelle, and that Janelle's life was in immediate danger. As these emails continued to build, Janelle's father became angry and desperate, and vowed to do anything possible to help his daughter. When Payne and Hayworth were found dead in their Tennessee home, he naturally became the #1 suspect. The couple were found with fatal gunshot wounds to the head. Payne's throat had also been slashed, and Hayworth was found cradling her 7-month-old child, who survived the ordeal unharmed. Janelle's father later confessed to these killings. Investigators, after searching the home computer of the Potter family, discovered that CIA agent Chris did not exist, and that all emails from this enigmatic stranger were actually sent by Janelle herself to convince her family that she was in danger. She fed her own delusions and those of her parents in order to avenge Payne for her alleged unrequited love. Although she did not pull the trigger herself, Janelle was charged with first-degree murder along with her father and mother. Jamie Curd, Janelle's secret boyfriend, who is believed to have assisted Janelle's father in the crime, was also charged and sentenced to 25 years. Despite this, Janelle still denies sending any of the incriminating emails and maintains that she was not playing the part of Chris. Prosecutors believe that Janelle intentionally manipulated her parents into believing that Payne and Hayworth needed to be killed. All 4 continue to serve their sentences.
We gotta chill, man. This social media stuff is getting crazy, bro. This beefing leading to somebody's death. Seriously? Over social media? I'll never be that guy, bro. You know what I'm saying? I'll never be that. You see me on social media, you see me on there to have fun. I'm not putting all my business out there. I'm not putting everybody on blast or going back and forth with nobody, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, grow up, people. It's not the end of the world. It ended their world and the victims as well. The victims had to lose their life, and the parents now who've done this heinous crime now go to jail for the rest of their lives. Plus, she goes to jail too. So it was worth that?
In 2014, 19-year-old Marissa Williams, who lived in Alabama with her aunt, had an unusual and dangerous habit of befriending strangers on social media and inviting them back to her home. When her concerned aunt criticized her for this behavior, Marissa blocked her on Facebook, meaning that her aunt was no longer able to track or monitor her online behavior. Marissa, unaffected by...
Wait. You think that's you blocking me is gonna stop me? You block me, I cut it all off. You know what I mean? I cut access to everything. You're gonna have to get smoke signals to get a message outside. What you talking about? You block me, you think that's gonna be an end? Oh, will you block me? Can you please unblock me? I'm not that parent, bro. I'm going to the room. I'm getting the if you're hardwired in, I'm cutting it with some scissors. I'll go to the metro or somewhere and buy me a hotspot, and I'll be the only one that got internet in the house. Play with it. You know what I'm saying? Like, let's remember the roles here, people. You know what I mean? She's the aunt. You're the adult. That's the child. Or how did they say she was 19? Where are we at? 413? Let me go back.
In 2014, 19-year-old Marissa Williams, who lived in Alabama with her aunt...
You wouldn't be living with me. I'm gonna go back to 413. That just nipped that in the bud. Yeah, you wouldn't be living with me. You 19 years old. You feel as though you can't abide by, and you want to act like that? It's time for you to roll. Go be an adult. You know what I'm saying? Go be an adult. Yeah. You 19. Deuces.
Or monitor her online behavior. Marissa, unaffected by her aunt's concerns, continued to befriend people online and soon began talking regularly to a user called Trey Top Dog Ellis.
Yeah. Now that I know her age, okay, remove everything I said out because I was thinking she was a lot younger than a child. So let's remove that. You're 19, you're living with me, all right? You're bringing strange people into my home. People that you just randomly meet. That is not going down. You know what I'm saying? That is not going down. You better go find you a Red Roof Inn? You better go find you somewhere else to take that, bro. But I'm not going to be having random people come throughout my house. You know what I mean? This ain't no, ain't no bed and breakfast, bro. Like, what do you think this is? Nah, no way.
During their very first conversation, Marissa invited him to come to her home to get drunk and offered him sex if he was willing to pay her $50 phone bill. He did not accept her invitation, but the pair continued to communicate online. Over the next few days, Marissa confided in Trey and told him all about her problems with her aunt. She eventually asked Trey to rescue her from her family, chillingly telling him that he could shoot and kill her aunt if she got in the way. Over time, these plans became more complex and increasingly ruthless and cruel. Marissa asked Trey to kill her aunt and her partner, along with her cousin and their family dog. She also asked Trey to bring a getaway car so that they could escape quickly. What Marissa didn't know was that Trey did not exist. The account had actually been created by her concerned aunt, who was hoping to teach Marissa a lesson on the dangers of meeting strangers online. When this lesson wasn't heeded, and when Marissa's communications with the fictional Trey became more sinister and dangerous, her aunt became distressed. She reported these conversations to authorities, who subsequently charged Marissa with solicitation of murder. After her arrest,
I take it all back, Auntie. I gotta call you Auntie because you did your thing, Auntie. I take it all back, Auntie. You did your thing. I thought you was in there, you know what I'm being soft, one of these new modern day parents that ain't got no backbone or nothing like that. I thought that clearly I was wrong, and I'm man enough to apologize, Auntie. If I could call you Auntie, you did your thing. You went in the other room and said, I'm gonna show you a lesson. But then in showing her a lesson, you realized that she was really serious about killing you. I'm trying to tell a lot of y'all parents, some of y'all need to lock the doors at night. You know what I'm saying? You may wake up to some of your kid done turn into Michael Myers standing over you with a knife, or instances like this. So she was smart, played this perfectly.
Marissa apologized and claimed that she had no real intention of following through with her plans.
How was we supposed to know that? We don't take threats like that lightly.
When 29-year-old Brian Heil began a 2-year-long online relationship with Tiffany Watkins, the two would regularly send explicit pictures and communicate over the internet. Heil became besotted with Watkins and would send, amongst other images, graphic pictures of his penis. Eventually, after talking for over a year, Heil became frustrated that the two were yet to meet in person, so he decided to track his girlfriend down. After a lengthy online search, he discovered that these images had actually been sent by a gay man who lived in South Africa, and that Watkins herself had absolutely no knowledge of any of these interactions. Watkins did not know either the man who had been sharing her images or Heil himself. Heil, who lived with his grandmother at the time, became furious that his lover wasn't real, and that he had been sending lewd private images to a fake profile. He allegedly told his grandmother, quote, "Grandma, it's a gay. I hate gay guys." He then concocted a plan to kill the hoaxer along with Watkins and her boyfriend, despite the fact that the latter two were in no way responsible for or aware of what had occurred. Heil boarded a bus from Michigan to California with the intention of murdering Watkins and her partner. Heil's brother contacted police as he and his family were suspicious that Heil had plans to murder those who he felt had wronged him. Heil was found and arrested only a mile away from the home of Watkins. Later in the investigation, a notebook was found in which Heil had written many details about his plans. One section coldly listed weapons and tools which he planned to implement, including rope, duct tape, chloroform, mace, a knife, and a trench coat. The notebook also stated that he wanted to learn to pick locks and contained his would-be victims' addresses, phone numbers, and even their favorite restaurant. This personal information was gathered by Heil after he managed to hack into Watkins' email account. In 2013, Heil was found guilty of interstate stalking with the intent to kill, injure, or harass, and was ordered to serve 5 years in prison.
Man. Bro was mad. He had done gave a whole year of his life to that person that he thought was interested and he thought was an actual girl. I told you, bro, this stuff is getting crazy, man. And this is people's reaction. Now, is it right? No, it's not right. You know what I mean? You should have had way more smarts to be like, bro, I've been with this person for 30 days and I still have not seen him yet. I've been with this person 2 months. Okay, now it's been 6 months. I still haven't seen this person. Something's not right about this. Something's not right. Why haven't I met this? Why do you hold up on that long of a relationship with somebody and have not seen them? Yeah.
In 2005, Jessie Schuyler began circulating sensual and provocative pictures of herself online in an attempt to garner the sexual attention of eager young men. Under the alias of Tall Hot Blonde, she would talk to many men online and had a catalog of alluring pictures in order to tempt those with whom she was chatting. Over time, one particularly special relationship developed with a young man named Marine Sniper, who was soon bound for duty in Iraq, and the two communicated via explicit messages for over a year. It seemed that the two teenagers had found a fulfilling mutual love. However, the face behind Marine Sniper was not who he seemed. The account was actually owned by Thomas Montgomery, an unhappy, middle-aged man with a dead-end job and a miserable marriage. When his wife discovered a stash of photos, notes, and women's underwear, she was furious with her husband and wrote to Jessie to expose the real identity of her apparent lover. Montgomery later told reporters that the online relationship with Jessie had become more real to him than real life. Notes which he had written to himself seemed to indicate
He's gonna kill his wife. He's gonna kill his wife. Oh, he was that intertwined into that relationship with this girl who he probably figured he could never get if he was his true self and showed him himself. To which we gotta start having more confidence in ourselves, bro. You know what I mean? But this dude is married, so you wilding all the way around the board. But it's setting it up for. I'm scared for his wife.
that he was losing touch with reality and that his online persona was becoming the most important part of his unfulfilling life. After finding out, Jessie was furious that the relationship had been called off and planned her revenge by starting another online love affair with a colleague of Montgomery, 22-year-old Brian Barrett. When this affair became known to Montgomery, he swiftly became jealous of Barrett, particularly amid claims that Barrett had been offered Jessie's virginity. During this period, Montgomery and Jessie continued to chat online, which only seemed to exacerbate Montgomery's rage. At one point, he told her that Brian Barrett will pay in blood. One night after leaving work, Barrett was shot dead by the jealous Montgomery with a sniper rifle. Montgomery was sentenced to 20 years for murder. But the deception doesn't end there. After all of this occurred, it became clear to investigators that Jessie knew absolutely nothing about any of these relationships or exchanges. The Tall Hot Blonde account had in fact been created and managed by Mary Sheeler, Jessie's very own mother. Mary had secretly been sharing these images, underwear, details, and notes without the knowledge of her daughter, and had been conducting these lewd and lascivious online interactions while playing the part of her young and attractive child. Mary could not be charged for
What the Her mom, bro, what, huh? Who, where, why, when? You did that to your own kid? You sent pictures of your own kid? Man, how low can low be, bro? Like, how low can you get? How low can you go? This is like, I know I sound like I'm at a limbo competition or something. How low can you go? How low as a parent, could you stoop that low to pretty much just like pimp your child out? Pimp pictures of your child out, but not use your child? Like, I was way off. I was way off. We were way off. If y'all were there with me, then we were way off. I thought he was going to take out the wife who exposed him. No, he went and took out the dude who she's now in a relationship. We're thinking, is the other girl, but it's the mom. I am so happy I'm not out here in this dating world, man. Y'all can have this type of stuff. These apps, this constant worried about, nah, y'all can have that. I'm old-fashioned.
For her responsibility in any part of this ordeal, as she was found to have broken no law. However, she did not come out unscathed. After everything became clear, her husband filed for divorce, and she now speaks to neither him nor her daughter. In September of 2013, a 14-year-old girl who can't be named for legal reasons was contacted online by who she believed was a 16-year-old boy. The two quickly became friends, exchanged numbers, and began texting each other and talking daily. After a couple of weeks, the pair began calling each other boyfriend and girlfriend, even though they had never actually met in real life. The young girl was asked by her online boyfriend to send him sexually explicit photos. She refused at first, but soon gave in. After dating for a couple of months, the girl decided that she had had enough and told her boyfriend that she wanted to break up because all he could think about was sex. The teenager didn't take the breakup well and told the girl that he would send the explicit photos to her father to get back at her. The 14-year-old girl was understandably distraught by this and believed that her life was over. Soon after the breakup, the girl received a text message from her ex's mother, who claimed that her teenage son had taken his own life. To make things worse, after hearing this shocking news, the young girl's father revealed that he had received the nude pictures of her. The story took a very dark turn when the father told her that he liked the nude pictures and began to sexually abuse her. After around a year, the abuse came to an abrupt end after the girl went to the school nurse and told her about what was happening. The nurse reported it to the police, and the 41-year-old, who also can't be named, was arrested and charged for his disturbing crimes. After tracking the IP address, investigators soon uncovered that the girl's 16-year-old boyfriend was actually her own father the whole time, and the entire relationship was a lie. The young girl's father faces up to 250 years in prison.
Yo, it's people out there like this, y'all. When you walk out your house, look left, look right. It could be your neighbor. Bro, that... her own father? I'm hurt, man. Bro, we need to start our own island. But then who can I trust? You know what I'm saying? I was about to say, yo, I'm finna start an island, bro. I'm taking us, just the fam, we going there. But can you trust anybody these days? I might just have to take me and my family. This is crazy, bro. Her own father. Her own father did that to her. I feel so sad for her, man. Nobody deserves that in her own household. He manipulated her, gained access to her body. This is crazy. This is crazy, man. This is crazy. That one hurt. That's another one that hurt. Those last two, bro. Y'all be careful, man. If y'all got these apps, these Tinder apps, I don't even know what the new apps are. Tinder is the most familiar one I've heard over the years. Y'all got these apps, man. Please be careful. Be careful, bro. Because there's a lot of manipulation going on out here, man. Don't get yourself so tied into something that you let your emotions take the best of you and you do something that you may regret. It's not worth it. All right? All right. It's your boy L, man. Y'all stick around and stay tuned. This was a crazy one. Y'all stay solid, man. Hey.